Hello, I'm Stan with LDA Creations, Silver Lake Workshops in Dayton, Virginia. It's good to be with you again. These last number of weeks it's been Candace doing our videos, and what a great job she's done. If you haven't seen those, make sure to take a look at them. Since she has finished talking about the dinnerware design contest, the entries for which will close in a few days, I wanted to talk about gift shop type ideas. You know, now that people are starting to move around and gather and travel and have the interesting experiences that they haven't had for the last year and a half, I think that your gift shops will be just overrun with people. I read something in the paper the other day about how the national parks are experiencing record-breaking attendance. So I want to make sure that you, as a gift shop person, are prepared for this influx of people that I'm convinced is going to happen. And so I wanted to make sure that you know of a number of the things that we can do. We can do a really very wide variety of things. And so let's get right into it. One of the first things that I want to mention is the building replicas that we do. We do a lot of these for Colonial Williamsburg, Mount Vernon, Monticello, lots of educational institutions and other historical attractions we make buildings for. This is a building on the campus of the University of Connecticut. This is our own building, the historic restored Silver Lake Mill here in Dayton, Virginia. And this is one of the taverns at Colonial Williamsburg. And one of the good things about a building is that that can also be a smaller piece as an ornament. You know, we've talked before about the concept of anchoring. So if people see the building and really like it, but they think maybe it's a little bit expensive, because you'll probably need to sell the building for $25 or $30, right next to that you can put an ornament with the same art. People will like it and they'll say, oh, I can get that for 15 or 18. Then they'll say, let's buy that. One of the other things that we can do is custom china. This is the design that George and Martha use at Mount Vernon. It's called Ribbons and Cornflowers. We make a lot of this for the museum shop there at Mount Vernon, and they sell a lot of it in there. We can do other kinds of custom china as well. Here's one that we did for the Garden Club of America. So if your attraction is a botanical garden or something like that, something like this would be cool. Maybe if you've got a building, we can put the building in the middle of the plate. If you've got a whole group of buildings, like say Colonial Williamsburg, you could do a plate like this. We call this the Heritage Plate because it has a lot of different scenes around it, and these are hand painted as well. That is something that people respond to, especially if they have a particularly warm feeling, a particularly warm connection to the place that the plate represents. We can also do a very wide variety of other things as well. Here's a mini coupe plate that we did for Mount Vernon. It has a portrait of George Washington in it. We can do the mini coupe with different types of designs in it as well. This is a toile design for, I believe that's Colonial Williamsburg, and it's made really nice with the gold rim on it. This also can be a jewelry tray or even a soap dish. It's a small ceramic item and people think of it as being a very nice item, but since it's small, it can be at a more accessible price point for folks. And then of course people love their mugs. They love to be reminded of the places that they have visited when they have their morning coffee. So here's another toile mug. With this type of mug, we can do even pretty much photographic representation, photographic reproduction of the image. And so this could be your building or some other scene which is appropriate. This could be, as you can see here, a portrait of Lincoln with a quote on the back. There's a very wide variety of things we can do with that. This is a small item, could be a candy dish or a jewelry tray also. Or it could just simply be an objet de décor. It might not need a purpose. This is one that we do for Monticello. And then I also want to make sure that I mention the engraved wood items. Most of the engraved wood items that we do are ornaments like this one. This is the John J. Welder Mansion in Victoria, Texas. And we can do other things in the engraved wood as well. This could be a functional item like this ruler that we do for the Salvation Army. The other thing that we can do in the engraved wood is we can engrave a wreath around the outside edge and then put the nice image in the middle. This is one that works nicely for a lot of places as well. Again, this can be very creative. You can have whatever image you like in the middle there. And then also wanted to make sure to mention the leather items that we can do. This is the design in the balustrade around the top of Monticello that we do for Monticello. And this then of course becomes a bracelet. This one has been selling well over at Monticello, and if you've got an interesting design, especially kind of a horizontally oriented one like that, then I think that could work well for you also. And then of course I have to mention the shaped ornaments, and as you can see, some of these can be magnets as well. This is one we do for the New Glarus Brewery in Wisconsin. Their fans are particularly devoted fans, and so when folks go to the New Glarus Brewery, they quite frequently get an ornament or a magnet, and you know, only in Wisconsin, like they say. This is the Apple Barn, just outside of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in East Tennessee. And then here is an ornament with our building on it again. So these items can be at a very accessible price point. In good quantities, these can be as little as $4 a piece. And so you could sell it for $8 or $10 and make a good profit on it. So I just wanted y'all to keep us in mind as you're in product development mode. If you're trying to come up with an idea for something and it's not really fully coming together, give us a call. Candace really specializes in taking a kind of a half-formed idea and making it into something that nobody ever thought of. So, like I say, when you're in product development mode, think about all these different things that we can do. If you've got one image that sells particularly well for you, we can put that image on any number of items, so you can have a whole line of things that reflect who you are and that tell your story. I'm Stan Farthing with LDA Creations Silver Lake Workshops in Dayton, Virginia, and we just want to help you as a gift shop person to be prepared for this influx of folks who are coming in this summer 2021. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.